we just got to the trailhead. It's about midnight. We're set up in the back of my wife's car. Dale and I. He's on high alert right now. We're just gonna get a couple hours of shut-eye. And since he can't see me now, we will see you later. Yeah, we got a nice early start. I don't even know what time it is. Probably about 4:30, 5 a.m. We woke up at 4 after getting here at midnight last night. And we're on the Big Pine Lakes loop. Goal is to do the whole loop. Should be doable with this early start. And we'll check in as it starts getting a little bit brighter out. All right, so about a mile in now, and feeling pretty good. The first part of this trail is pretty straight up, and just getting out of the car from San Diego pressure altitude to 8,000 feet takes a toll on you. So it takes a little bit to get acclimatized, which all in all feeling pretty good, but you gotta remember this is a pretty long trail. Probably save some of the running legs for on the downhill on the way out. All right, we just passed 2 miles. Obviously still dark out. Probably got a little bit longer until that sun comes up. 3 miles in, just tripped. Starting to get some views. Okay, I got you in low light mode, so we'll test that out. Again, first time using this camera, but what I'm seeing on this little screen here of these views, it is probably going to come out pretty good. We're at 3.5 miles now, making real good time. You could see that there's actually a pretty good coat of snow out here, which honestly wasn't expected. I saw, I think a few days ago, there was potential for some snow. It may have precipitated a little bit last night too, but honestly wasn't expecting to get views like this. Here comes Dale down the trail. I don't know if you can see him, but he's still doing great. Again, just past 3.5 miles. Depending on what we decide to do, if we cut off the 6th and 7th lake, we may end up doing 15 or 17 miles or less. But right now we feel good, making up great time. Dale's bouncing off the walls. The views are really starting to come in. This trail is beautiful. You can see Dale's white light there. And really can't beat it. I'm having a blast. I feel great. Let's see, let's get some running in here. See how the camera goes there while we're running. Oh yeah. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Feeling good, moving good. Wow, look at those views, guys. Awesome views. Oh, it's what, blue hour? First thing in the morning. Yeah, looks like he's about a mile away ahead of me already. Sun is just touching those peaks. Got Temple Crag back there, which is just over Second Lake. We'll hit First Lake, Second Lake, and then obviously they go in ascending order from there. And we'll call out the lakes as we get to them. But just wanted to get you guys some early morning views. I'm gonna put you away for now. We'll check back in a little bit. Oh, it is gorgeous up here. Getting some little jogging areas, but I'm gonna save most of the jogging for the way down. The reason I'm doing the loop the way I'm doing is because if I go left up here at the split, that'll take me up to First and Second Lake and do it in numerical order. But biggest reason for that is because it's kind of rocky and steep as you get up towards First and Second Lake. So it makes for some semi-slow climbing. But as you come back around the other way and out the opposite direction there, it's nice and semi-gradual descent and less rocky. So makes it a little bit easier to run. So that's why I'm saving that for the way out. I can jog out a little bit faster than I'm getting in. So as I look at my splits, I'm not too worried about it because I know I'll make up a lot of that time on the way out. Yeah, I just got some fresh water from the stream here. Big Pond Creek, North Fork. And we're just still cruising, sharing these views with you. That'll be the 4 mile marker there. So that's our 4 mile check-in, and put you away for a bit. And I'm gonna enjoy these views myself. I told you earlier about the split in the trail that we'd be coming up to. We're at it now. I'll flip you around so you can see it. Right here. So left is lakes 1 through 3, right is Black Lake. We're gonna come right back out of this section of trail next, or when we come out later on. But for now, we're going this way to the left. Wasn't expecting this much snow, but honestly, it's easy to hike in. Pretty shallow, less than an inch. I don't know. Dale's already hiked 30 miles to my 4.5. Cool. We'll keep going. Quick story, I guess, while we're going here. Just past a section of trail that kind of brought back a little bit of a happy memory. Before Dale, we had Ted, and I used to come up here all the time with Ted. Did a few overnight trips with him, and one of them, my wife joined us, which I can't explain how happy that made me. But she came with us. It was June. She was expecting this big, beautiful summer glacier lake, and it was much worse than this trail is now as far as snow goes. But she was a trooper. She toughed it out. Got up to the lake. We spent the night, and then the next morning, she just wanted to get a head start on us to get back to the car. So she took off about 30 minutes prior to us, while I finished packing up the campsite. And as expected, Ted stayed back with me. And then we got off about 30 minutes behind her. And by the time we got to that section of trail, Ted had been doing a great job of sniffing out her path. And she left a few clues for him. Some arrows made out of sticks. And Ted would lock onto that scent, realize it was my wife, and then go to the next one. And so that section of trail is where we were still a little ways away from her, but he really just caught on to her scent, knew he was close enough, and just sprinted at her. And I just remember hearing my wife yelling Ted's name and him running up into her arms, and that was a pretty awesome memory on this trail with him. And now we got Dale. Who the heck knows where the heck Dale is? He's way up there. He's doing great. He's been amazing. Not his job to replace Ted, but he's been special himself. So that's my sob story for the trip. We'll keep it positive, even though it is a very positive story. I love it. But we'll keep it to the trail and what we're doing on it, and check back in here in a little bit. See you later. All right, we got First Lake there behind us. Let's see if you can see it. I'll show it to you. There you go. There's First Lake. Beautiful. They're all beautiful. So that doesn't put us very far from Second Lake. And then Third Lake not far behind that. Wow, look at that. Beautiful views. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cool. We'll pop back out for Second lake, and give you a view of that as well. All right, beautiful. Look at that view. Just crossed 5 miles. We are at second lake still, not quite the third lake. Got a little flat area back there where I was able to run. Probably jog down this hill a bit. Pretty snowy and icy, so I want to look out for that. But all in all, it's perfect conditions up here. Chilly, breathing good, feeling good. You know, once you get up over 10,000 feet, sometimes it kicks your butt, but right now feeling good. I'm sure it'll bite me later, but whatever. Here's another angle of Temple Crag. Look at that. Beautiful. Second lake still. Looking gorgeous. Dale's out there enjoying it. All right. We'll see you back in a bit. We are just passing third lake now at about just shy of 5.5 miles. Trail's pretty covered in snow, but it's not deep. Still easy run. Running / hiking. Trying to maintain the pace not only for myself but for Dale. I don't want to tire us out here too early. We're making good time. I mean, we're almost at 6 miles and probably gonna try for the whole loop since we're doing so good. But yeah, so that'd put us a little over a third of the way through. If that's the case, I'm feeling amazing. Mile 6, feeling good. Lots and lots of snow on the ground. Make sure you got my head here. Doesn't look like you do. All right, mile 6. Lots of snow on the ground still. Obviously still because we're getting higher, so it'd probably become more plentiful as we get higher. But we're doing good. Feeling pretty good. Check that. I am feeling a little bit on the tired side. All right, slowing down here a bit. This is a good climb that we're getting knocked out. And then we got a lot of the climbing out of the way, but there's still probably about 1,000 feet more climbing to do. I think we're at about 2,900 feet total so far climbed. We're gonna save some of the energy, nice and slow pace right now, for that outbound. Like we keep saying, I don't know. See, at this pace that we're going now, probably looking at like a noonish completion time, depending on how much time we make up on the way out, which is good because trying to get back in the car for the Yankee game that starts at 1, so we can listen to that on the drive home. But that's it for mile 6. We'll see you at mile 7. All right, so there's 4th lake. I'll show it to you rather than showing you my snotty face for this one. You can see the snow has not let up at all, which is great. What another beautiful lake out there. Oh, wow. Wow. This camera really does good. But yeah, that's 4th lake. I know at a turn, but 5th lake is off to our right. We'll circle by that later on. But for now, passing 4th, moving on. That is 4th lake behind us. Again, out of a turn, but nonetheless, that's Fourth Lake back there. Starting to warm up as the sun's coming through the trees here. So I might have to drop this jacket here shortly. And then I popped out the stunners for a little bit. Might have to put them back on a little later. As it gets bright. You don't care about that. Yeah, if it gets bright, I'll put my glasses on. Mile 7, right at the split for Summit Lake, which is a gorgeous lake, and Lake 6 and 7. We're gonna go for Lake 6 and 7. It looks like Dale's going for Summit Lake. He's down there somewhere. He'll come back to us. But we're gonna go for Lake 6 and 7. 6 and 7 are kind of off the beaten path, out of the way by quite a ways. Kind of a pain to get to, and not necessarily worth the view. But we're gonna complete this loop by touching 6 and 7, coming back down, touching Summit, and then hiking out. Here we are in our winter wonderland. Dale taking the lead. Winded. Legs feel good though, which is what I'm gonna need on the way out, because the wind will come back as we hit the downhill and get lower in elevation. All right, we decided to get 4 go 6 and 7. It's just kind of a long ways out of the way there. Not the pinnacle of this hike. We'll still probably get Summit in, but going to 6 and 7 increases this hike to over 17 miles. And the plan for Dale this week was about 14.7. All Trails tricked us on that one. So we're gonna keep it closer to the plan. Keep Dale healthy, keep me healthy. And get back to the car at a decent time. That's 8 miles. Doing good. It's flat here for a little bit. The whole way out is not too bad, so we'll probably pick up speed considerably as we make our descent back down to the vehicle. We still got a little ways to go, obviously. We're back pretty deep in the backcountry here, but that should be another view of Fourth Lake. And then the last lake we should see is Black Lake, which I believe will be on our left-hand side as we hike out of here. As we trail run out of here. Again, you can't beat these views. These views are nuts. Dale's nuts. This whole thing's going great. Feeling pretty good. Maybe a slight headache, but that happens. That'll go away as we descend and work our way back to the vehicle. Cool. I can't recommend this trail enough. This has been great. I think maybe bear tracks going off that direction. I can't say for certain, but that's what I'm assuming they are. And Dale got hot on the trail, but he listened to me and he turned right back around. So no need to worry, sweetie pie. He's over here with me. And if it is a bear, then he's pushed on and we won't be seeing him. Unless Dale sneaks up on him from behind that bush over there. All right. Gonna keep on moving. Dale. All right, we're coming up on Black Lake, which is another randomly named lake, just like Summit Lake when you consider all the other lakes are numbered. But pretty small little lake down here. Dale's already there at the lake. Where are you, Dale? Tracks that we ran by back there were probably bear, probably younger bear, look pretty small. But we split off from them back there. And odds are, look at that lake. Oh, Jesus. Odds are that bear smelt us coming from a mile away, because I've been loading a bag of dog shit in my pocket now for the last 7-8 miles. Courtesy of Dale. But no run-ins. And we're still cruising along, feeling good. Coming down a little bit out of the elevation, so headaches kind of teetered away. Legs feel great. We'll probably get a solid 14-ish miles out of this and carry on. I mean, it really doesn't get better than this right here. We'll probably get back up to Mount Laguna or something for a longer run next weekend. But between the elevation gain and the mileage this week, I think we're going to be getting what we're looking for out of it. All right, take it easy. Look at those views. Do some running with it. So a slight downhill here. There's Dale. Feeling good. Oh, just got my foot wet. Nice. There you go, buddy. There you go. Yeah, give us some action, Jackson. Still a little tricky. Snow is petering out a little bit. And a little bit more rocky, less dirt. That's where we run into issues with paws, but I think we do a lot of good conditioning with Dale's paws, so I'm not too worried about them. And we're on the home-ish stretch as we come down out of here. See some of the lakes from earlier over there. We're gonna join up with the old trail, and then it's a straight shot back to the parking lot, a few miles, as we get back into some snow. There he is. There's the king. You can see those views behind me, I think. But that's over where we were earlier. First lake, second lake, Temple Crag behind second lake over there. And then we're coming down out of the backside of this trail. It's gonna, once again, just drop us right back down into the, let's see, get those views. Look at those views. All right, I'll just leave you looking at those. Yeah, look at that. I'll leave you with that. I'll keep my mouth shut and just run. Dale's already down there. All right, 10 miles down. Dale's rehydrating. There he is. We're feeling good. I think we got maybe 4-ish miles left, which is right on track for a 14-mile day. I was expecting to get 14.7 out of this loop, but whatever, no biggie. Still getting plenty of miles. Cool, so 10 down, see you at 11. That's 11 miles. Cruising along, should have about 3 more left. See you at mile 12. It's 12 miles. Should have 2-ish left, probably. Sun's up. And we'll see you at 13. Man, crazy how much snow they got last night. Dale, get up here. Dale climbs about 1,000 feet for every 10 of my feet and hikes about 10 miles for every one of my miles, I think. He's down there. It's something, probably can't see him. He's down there. Guess he's still got plenty of energy. I thought he was getting tired. But we're wrapping up anyway. We got, I guess, about 1.25 miles left. Depending on which is more accurate, my watch or the phone. But either way, man, that was a good one. That was a butt kicker. We'll call this the 13-mile check-in, and then probably check back in at the car for the 14-mile check-in. There he is, coming back from his hunt. All right, over and out. All right, that's 14 miles, which I'm pretty happy about, because for a moment there, I didn't think we were gonna quite hit 14. We can almost see the car, so we'll get 14 and some change. It's like 3,600 feet of elevation gain, And that'll be a wrap. See you back at the car. All right, that's a wrap on a 14.3 mile loop up in the Sierra with about 3,800 feet of elevation gain. Took us just under 6 hours, so snail's pace, but we'll call it a trail run anyway. Whooped our butt. I'm tired. Dale's tired. We're gonna get moving so we can get the breeze flowing through the windows for the boy back there. All right, see you next time.